Hi, man, I don't like what I see 'cause I'm taking it to the street. Taking it. We're taking it to the streets. Hey. Don't want to play it all the way through here, honey. I know I can't. This is the karaoke version. Hopefully they don't ding me for it, but that's all right. I am Big Meach, and this is a Big Meach moment. And I really didn't want to come have this discussion. However, a coworker asked me about my opinion about what's going on and carrying on. I've been listening to some of the folks who I like to listen to chime in on and carrying on to get their opinion about certain things. And I want to see what the general populace is saying. Usually, I try to get a gauge of things because I don't necessarily want to come in and, all of us are repeating the same thing and without offering a different perspective, if you will. However, um, this is 2022, okay? Soon to be 2023. I am recording this on November 22nd, 2022. We have 8 days left in November and another 31 days left for the rest of the year. So that's 39 days left of 2022. So roughly in 40 days from today, we will be in 2023. And here we see history continues to want to repeat itself. Okay. Now, June 12th, 2016, we just went through the Pulse massacre. Okay. And that one there took the lives of, what was it? Was it 25 people and 50 people were injured? I got to get my numbers right on that, but we lost a significant amount of people and a number of people were injured. So much so to where the club can't even reopen. They don't even want to reopen the club. They made that a memorial ground now. And I've just read something that the shooter for the club Q in Colorado, I just read that this particular shooter is the grandson of one of the elected assembly members there in Colorado. Okay. And his grandfather was one of the people who was supporting the January 6th um, treasonous, riotous coup, if you will, on the Capitol building and things of that nature. What I am appalled by is the fact that I don't care what this is, whether you agree with the alphabet culture or not. I don't care how you agree or disagree, whether it's your religious stance or whether it is just, you think that it's fuckery or whatever the case may be. It's not natural according to you. Where I have a problem with all of this is when you feel as though you get up this gumption to think that you're supposed to eliminate folks because you don't agree with them. I want you to take into consideration all of you who feel as though I have heard people say that the gays and folks need to just be rounded up and they need to be put on the island. They need to be shot and killed because the Bible said that you need to be stoned to death and killed. You need to be dealt with. I want you to understand something. Oh, one. What if the tables were turned and you because you wore a blue fucking shirt, or you because you wear glasses, or you because you decided to wear ponytail shoes versus square toe shoes, that because somebody did not like your appearance or assumed that you're something that they don't put in their mind that you're not, simply because they're based on stereotypes or whatever, they assumed you are something and wanted to eliminate you. Now, you can sit up there and say, oh, you're talking out the side of your mouth. But I want you to think about all of the things that make you different from somebody else. What is it that makes you special and unique? And someone came against you for that reason and say, you need to be ostracized. You need to be dehumanized. You need to be treated with disrespect. You need to have all of your livelihood taken away from you, or the threat of it. There are still cities and states within this country that still have laws on the books that say gay people are not supposed to have a job. I can get fired because I'm gay. I can get fired. You can come and take my kids. You're not supposed. You can't rent houses to me, or let alone I buy a house, or whatever the case may be. In this day and age, that is fucking ridiculous. This man decided, he made a conscious decision to go to a nightclub that had nothing to do with his punk ass. And he set up in there and just waged war, an attack. Now I want you to understand that I'm using these words very carefully. He waged war. Hmm? Now I said this a long time ago in my youth, and I may have to revisit this because I thought my mind had changed from that, because it promotes violence. It really does. It promotes violence. But is it going to take the so-called proverbial straight bashing for y'all to get up off my motherfucking back? Didn't we say this about the police officers? Oh, yeah, what all is it going to take is for us to start killing them, and we start killing police officers. I bet you they'll stop. That promotes violence, and it's heinous as hell, and it's stupid, and it doesn't solve anything. But goddamn it, y'all think that these gay folks, that we gays are just a bunch of fucking punks, and we just gonna sit around and just take your abuse because we're supposed to. You feel that because a lot of the children are finger snapping, lip wristed queens, that we not men. You want to feel as though that because the transgender community is fighting for its equity, that all of us who are part of the damn alphabet mixture, that all of us want to sit down there and we're trying to deny or denounce our masculinity or our manhood. We're not hard and thuggish and carrying on the way you say masculinity is supposed to be. Some of us are, but some of us are not. Masculinity is defined by me. I decide what kind of man I am. You don't tell me how to be a motherfucking man, motherfucker. Fuck you. You don't have that right. My daddy didn't do it, and I defied his ass. Whenever all of my uncles couldn't do it. Motherfuck you. And this shit, because of something you done made up in your motherfucking head. You understand me? This punk went into this bar off his territory, off his motherfucking radar. Apparently, this club is in an area of Colorado, honey, that was designed to be a safe place. As long as that club has been there, no one has done no stupid shit like this, because that was considered a safe place for my brothers and sisters, honey, of Colorado. And see, here's something another thing. Colorado, we sit up there and joke about Colorado, honey, because we think, number one, we think it's lily white, because who lives in fucking Colorado? Colorado is so far off the damn map to where we have to learn what the fuck it is to do in Colorado. You understand what I'm saying? And I want you to picture this, and I'm saying this because Colorado is one of them damn states, child, to where hell, all we know is snow and mountains. Folks go there to go fucking ski. You understand? We don't know the culture of Colorado and carrying on. We don't know what the hell it is. And for this particular club, which happens to be, they say it's the largest club in Colorado, and probably one of the only ones in that particular city, and I got to get the city of where they are. That was a safe place. The children were there to go carry on and be themselves, since we can't do it in other places, and since the straight majority of mainstream culture always claim as though we trying to shove something down your motherfucking throat. So now you come on our land, sit down there and do this old heinous shit. But here's the catch that a lot of folks are not even paying attention to. And I saw this in a meme, honey. Somebody said the children at the club were the gays without guns. And they were able to take down this motherfucker without a weapon. And the police couldn't go into Uvalde and take that motherfucker out at all before he killed up all them babies. The gays did that. The gays sat down there and apprehended that motherfucker and sat on his ass until the police got there. Huh? Who's a punk now? Yeah, that they say that one guy got, he doing it, he felt like he got shot several times or whatever, but he survived. And he was like, well, hell, if you gonna kill me, if I'm gonna be dead, then at least I can help save my sisters and my brothers up in here. You understand? 5 people were killed. The last total, some reports are saying 18, but the last total said was 25 people injured before they were able to take this motherfucker down. What if the alphabet children decide to wage a war on straight mainstream culture? I want you to think about that for just a second. Since y'all already think that we have all the political power and carrying on, y'all already think that, the alphabet children could get what they want. It's always gay this, gay this, gay this, gay this, gay this. They always getting something. Y'all think that we got the government in our motherfucking back pockets and shit. Okay, but what? And so, based on your theory, what if we had the power to say, you know what, fuck this shit, and pull the Agent Orange and say, I could stand in the middle of the motherfucking street and blow your goddamn head off and won't shit happen to me? What then? Because see, it is ridiculous. Back in the 80s, when I was in my teens, and in the 90s, when I was in my 20s, we were dealing with gay bashing and carrying on. It was a whole thing. Y'all decided to just run up on the children, honey, because you thought because they were gay, we couldn't fight. Then it became, don't fuck with them damn sisters, honey, because a sister will whoop your ass. Most of the time. Some of the time, a lot of the times. Okay? Then was like, don't fuck with them drag queens because they steal men. Yeah. And for those of my trans sisters who identify as trans, who are living their lives as women, for my trans brothers who are living their lives as men, who are sitting there just trying to be normal and every day. I'm going about my life. I go to work. I got to pay bills. See, that's the thing. The bills don't come in motherfucking rainbows and fucking glitter. They don't come stamped in unicorn shit. You understand? The bills are the bills. Okay? Trying to get a house, trying to sustain a house, trying to sustain a livelihood. God damn it. That shit don't come in rainbow stamps. It don't come with no motherfucking pride flag. It ain't about no goddamn pride parade because we got fucking bills. We could do all that marching and carry it on, honey, but at the end of the day, Delta and all those sponsors say, yeah, we celebrate that you're gay. They still want their motherfucking coin. You understand? So we in this bullshit together. How is it that anybody who does not see that this is a fucking crime, anybody who supports that motherfucker, to hell with you. Anybody who supports the blatant idea of going into a territory somewhere where you are not welcomed because you say you don't want to fuck with us. You don't want to fuck with us. So why did you make it your mission to declare war on a populace that you said you don't fuck with? Why did you go asking for trouble? Because see, if we would be wrong as the alphabet children, we would be wrong if we said, okay, you know what, fuck that, go retaliate. Huh? What if we went? What if a band of gay children, and I want the flaming the most 65 flames, honey, to come touting Guns they carry on, because yeah, we carry guns and shit too. And go to a motherfucking straight club just out the motherfucking blue and go up in there and just start shooting motherfuckers. What would happen if, what would that do? Absolutely nothing. It won't prove nothing but violence. It won't prove not a goddamn thing. But y'all want to go here and y'all want us to prove our masculinity in some kind of way. You you want to believe that because of how gay folks carry themselves, for those who are the flamboyant ones of the community, because those who are the straight acting, straight appearing, the ones you get mad at because they sit up there and they keep to themselves. They do exactly what you say you want the gay children to do. They don't got their business in your face. They don't talk about their business and carrying on. You can't tell whether or not you want them to be manly men and carrying on, be masculine and all that. They work on cars. They play sports. Okay? They do all the manly things that you say a man's supposed to do, except that who they love and who they fuck. And because they didn't tell you this, now all of a sudden it's a crime. Oh, I thought he was regular. Really? I'm still regular, motherfucker. That information was on a need to know basis. But because you can't point it out as a, oh, that's gay. Ha, Miss Thing. I live. Yes, queen. See, y'all done got caught up in all that bullshit and forget that we are people. What about the families of those people who are shot and killed? Huh? What about their families? The people who they love, the people whose lives they touch, their jobs and carrying on, the people who are in their immediate circles and distant, and those who they call acquaintances are carrying on, the lives that they've touched. Why is it that you feel as though you're supposed to eliminate that? Or why is it that you feel, for those of y'all who got this God complex, think that you are doing God's work? Can God be God by God's self? Huh? Can God be God by God's self, by himself, herself, itself? Huh? God don't need you to do God's work, supposedly. But this is where we get all caught up in here because y'all let that goddamn Bible, y'all let these religious teachings and carrying on become the crust of your existence. And all it is just a belief. Belief is subjective. Everybody don't believe the same, honey. Those are the principles that you use to guide your life, that you stand upon. Everybody don't stand upon the same principles. That's because you don't fuck with everybody, right? Because I don't believe that way. So I can't deal with you because I'm gonna go over here and be with the folks that we believe in the same kind of things. So that my life can rotate a little bit better because see, that's gonna be toxic and that's gonna be stressful. See, we don't have enough sense to do that. We are here repeating ourselves, and yet I'm still trying to make some sense of it. I'm still trying to make sense of this. You understand? I'm trying to make sense of this. Now the sad thing is that as crime does, and as bullshit does, and as those who looking for popularity and fame will do, somewhere this is going to be a copycat or an attempted copycat. Hmm? Why? Y'all not gonna be happy till we the fucking OK Corral and everybody's living in a real life Western movie. That's what y'all want. Nobody is teaching conflict resolution. Nobody is paying attention to telltale signs where somebody has a difference of opinion. Nobody likes to be wrong. We don't even know how to agree to disagree anymore. All we want to do is talk to be heard and talk to be right. We want to sit down there and live a reality TV show lifestyle, and we have ourselves to thank for that because we have become so fucking barbaric to where we have allowed that type of entertainment to fuel us. What we used to call guilty pleasures. Oh, child, I love them housewives shows. I'm not supposed to, but child, oh, that's just so entertaining. We said that about Jerry Springer. We said that about Morton Downey Jr. Oh, I love that damn Jerry Springer, honey. They so fucking stupid. And now this here, this is the results of it, of rewarding bad behavior, of rewarding unkempt decorum. Okay, we have celebrated, we have codified it, we have allowed it to become a part of mainstream culture, and we have said we gave it a stamp of approval anytime we've allowed it to be on television for as long as it is. We don't denounce it. We don't even have a balance to say, damn, why is this here? Nobody talks about it anymore. We have become so desensitized to it to where now we expect it. We have allowed reality TV and those cameras behind everybody for folks to think it's all right to go in somebody else's establishment and fuck up their establishment simply because you're trying to be a bad bitch and get your likes and stuff up on social media. Really, we have ourselves to thank for that. For everybody who watched every fucking reunion show, for everybody who has sat up there and gave commentary on it, we have ourselves to thank for. And that includes me. I'm not exempt from that shit. I don't watch it for the most part. The couple of shows I did watch, but I watched the process. I saw how backstage and behind the scenes, how it was dictated to give you television. hmm Because they responded to what the people said they wanted. hmm So now, y'all say that y'all want to do away with us because y'all feel that we have too much political power. Y'all feel that the gays and stuff, we getting too much. Okay, we doing too much. We doing too much. Okay, the black children feel as though Hollywood is using the gays as an agenda to fuck up the image of the black man when you never said nothing about all the bullshit that was doing back in the day with all the thugging and the driving and the killing movies. That wasn't a fuck up because that there was just representing the hood. Okay, but now because the man put on the dress, or because you got all these gay characters that you claim you don't want to see, oh, that's destroying the image of the black man. It can't be that he's a masculine black man who's not a lipstick queen who know how to take care of himself and his family. That's wrong. Oh no, that's still black men don't do that. Fuck you with a broke glass infected dick. Okay? Because this here is ridiculousness on top of it. I am completely appalled. My heart aches because now what do we do? Between reality TV show type living mixed with everybody who's trying to fight for Second Amendment rights, added to, I know here in Georgia, we are right to carry state. So now you can have your motherfucking gun on your hip and can't nobody question you. And then add on top of it, for those of y'all who suffer with any kind of Napoleon complex, any kind of bully syndrome because you were bullied and all this, that, and the third, whatever all that is that you have cocked it up in your head. And at the same time of all of that happening, we still do not have proper mental health insurance or mental health facilities. Y'all close down mental health places. We as black folks think that, oh, you crazy. You crazy to want to go see somebody. We ain't, we don't go see therapists. We take it to the church. We give it to Jesus. But don't nobody want to sit down here and get your mind right so you can categorize and process some shit so you can understand how the hell to handle this world. Instead, we allow anger and shit to build up. We allow the pressures of life to get to us, jealousies and idiosyncrasies. You mad because the gay children got more than you. You mad because hell, gay children are living their lives just as free and colorful, and you ain't. I know I see this all the time, but I know women who get upset at me and my friends because they have, well, I don't. Well, yes, I do. I'm dating. Okay. We got boyfriends, okay? Boyfriends and boy toys and play playmates, and you don't. You mad because the type of man that you see is part of the alphabet community, and you mad about it. Damn, it's a damn shame he don't want no pussy. That's what come out your mouth. Okay. But have you thought about there's a reason behind that? Have you thought about how that's just not the man for you? That don't make no sense. What ain't supposed to? Shit. If it did, we could explain it better because it don't make sense to us. Now how about that? You can't help who you are attracted to. Attraction is where this thing is. And just like in at the with the Pulse massacre, the dude that was killed that did all the killing, it was said, honey, that hell he was one having issues with his own sexuality. And I'm willing to believe that I would almost ready to put money on this. I bet you this is the same thing with this fool. You upset with you because you don't know how to deal with your truth, whether you're gay, straight, bi, pan, poly, and all these new different terms. Okay? Because we have allowed our culture to tell us and dictate to us what is so called right and what is so called wrong. Okay? Versus learning how to sit down there and settle with ourselves and look to say, listen, I am enlisted. You're good, you're bad, you're ugly, you're not so ugly, you're in between, you're indifferent. You have to learn how to accept all of you. The things that can change will. The things that don't mean you no harm as you grow and mature, when it don't mean you no good, it'll fall off. The things you can't change, those are the things that you have to learn how to accept. Accept and deal with it. Once we do that, once we do that, the world will revolve on its axis so much better than what we're doing. So much better. And on that note, somebody's knocking at my damn door. So here, I'm gonna leave y'all with that. So, honey, I'm Big Meach, and this here has been a Big Meach moment.